The fact that you were successful in school doesn't mean that you'll be successful in life. Success in school and success in life are very, very two different things. So many people have graduated from school and they think that, okay, because I was a first class student, I was a second class upper student, that means life is going to play out for me, life is going to walk through for me, and because I could answer questions in class, I know book, I'm intelligent. So as I get into class, I submit my CV, they see first class student, that means they should automatically give me the job because that meant I read my book. But that is just not the case. Truth of the matter is that life and school reward two different things. You see, when you are in school, you are given a syllabus. When you get to school, you resume to school, you're given course outline, you're given a scheme of work. They tell you what you should read, what you should prepare. You attend classes, teachers teach you, they give you assignments, they give you homework, they punish you when you did not do your assignment, they don't allow you to cheat during examinations, they punish you when you don't get answers correctly. And these kind of things are the things that really, really affect your future, because you attended all the classes and now you come into life is totally different. In life, you're not given any syllabus. In life, you don't have any teacher. You're expected to figure out things on your own. You're expected to come up with your own questions and come up with your own answers. Nobody's giving you questions. Nobody's pushing you up and down saying that you must do this, you must do this, you must wear your socks, you must wear your this, you must do your assignments, you must do your homework. In life, nobody cares. Nobody cares whether you do your assignments or not. If you don't do your assignments, just your dad or your mom and people are going to punish you. If you don't do your assignment in your workplace, you're getting fired. If you don't do your assignment in business, you're getting kicked out. You understand? So life and school are two different things. Life rewards you for the risk you take. School rewards you for being safe, doing the assignment, following the rules, and everything like that. Life rewards you for going out, for taking the risk, for going out of your way, for doing things that other people won't do. You understand? So the fact that you're successful in school doesn't mean that you'll be successful in life. And in fact, it may even be much more dangerous if you focused all your effort in school and didn't even focus your effort on what life really expects you to come into with. This what matters is that they are when you come into life, some people come into life as specialists because they've gone ahead, they've studied some particular courses or some particular jobs, and there are some particular professions. That's what they just focused all their lives. They kept reading and studying and things like that. However, when you come into life expects you to be more of a generalist. And some people have this argument where they say it's better to be a specialist than to be a generalist. I personally believe that it's very important to be a generalist. It's not just to think that jack of all trades is the master of none, but jack of the most important trades. There are different trades. You need to understand this trade, and a trade has different aspects of it. You understand? And you need to understand this trade, understand that trade, understand that trade. Not all trade. Nobody can understand all the trade, but you must understand more than one trade. You must understand more than two trades, because when you understand this, you know how the other person thinks. You know whether this person wants to scam you. You know whether this person wants the best for you. You understand? So in life, you just read for to become a doctor. You studied medicine all your life. You've been reading about drugs. You've been reading about this medication. But when you get to life, you need to understand leadership, you need to understand people, you need to understand how money works, you need to understand how debt works, you need to understand office politics, you need to understand sales and marketing, you need to understand all these things so that you can thrive in life. You understand? So it's better to be a generalist, to read different concepts, to understand different ideas about how life works in general. So when you come out from school, you've learned everything that you needed to learn. You've attended classes, you've come out. It's expected of you to keep learning things. You take a job, you learn on the job. How do people think? How do the professionals in this field, how do they think? How do the people in this area, how do they think? How do I successfully sell this product? How do I successfully sell this idea? What is my mission in life? What is my purpose in life? What is my dream in life? What are the people that I need to fulfill this dream? These are not the things that you get in school. In school, you're not permitted to ask questions during exams. In life, you're permitted to ask questions during exams. You're permitted to talk to one or two people. In fact, the more people you ask, the better for you. You understand. You need to ask and say, Charlie, I don't understand this concept. I don't understand this concept. I don't understand this thing. I don't understand this idea. So that they can explain those things to you. You understand? So being a first class or being the brightest student in your class, you may also be successful. The fact that you were the last student in your class. Some people come up with the idea and say, this person didn't graduate from school, this person didn't finish from school, this person didn't finish from school, this person finished at the last in his class, so that means you're successful. The fact that you finished last in your class doesn't mean that you'll be more successful. It only means that you need to put in more effort in life. Everybody needs to put in more effort. Everybody needs to struggle. Everybody needs to strive. You understand, to become successful. Whether you're first class or second class or third class or last, it doesn't mean. What matters is that whatever thing you've learned, you come out, you need to get what real life expects you to get. You need to understand what reality expects of you. You need to understand how to lead. You need to understand how to talk to people, how to win friends, how to influence people, how to play the game of life. You understand? So don't just keep dwelling on just your particular field of study and saying that okay, you get masters, you get PhD, you get professorship, and then you just focus on that area. You don't even know how to relate with people, but you're a professor of a particular field. No, that's not how it's expected to work. Learn about relationships, learn about finance, learn about all these things. Another thing is that life rewards you for understanding core concepts, not just subjects, not just courses. Understand there are different concepts in life that you must understand. You must understand opportunity cost, you must understand decision making, you must understand incentives, you must understand how the economy works. You understand? Some people study economics, but they don't know how finance works. They understand economics, but they don't know how leadership works. Some people are very good in economics, they know how the economics work, but they don't know how to communicate. So they just bring in different incentives, different ideas in economics to try to fix the economy or something like that. But they don't know how to communicate to people that this is not going to be easy. You understand? So, but the truth of the matter is that the more you know about life, how life works, the more you understand how different concepts work, the easier it is for you to move up the ladder in life and to become successful. So my point is you should not just dwell. If you're still in school, of course, go to classes, attend all the classes, do your assignment, but also have time for other extracurricular activities. Have time for music, have time for social activities, interact with people, have friends, have fun, talk to people, learn different ideas. You understand? If you've graduated, it's not too late. You can still learn these ideas. Nobody's saying that you should not study your subjects. Nobody's saying that you should not focus in class. Nobody's saying that you should come out and be playing and just be focusing on extracurricular activities and then not focus on curricular activities. That's not the point. The point is, no matter how far or how well you're doing in school, ensure you are preparing for life. Ensure that you're getting ready for life challenges and life issues. You get my point. So always ensure that you're focused on how you will succeed in life, focus on how you will make it in life. You understand my point? So if you failed in school and you're feeling like I cannot make it in life, I had third class, I had second class. I think I heard that Tony Lumelu had third class. You understand? And he's also making it. He's striving, he's pushing through the challenges of life, he's pushing through the efforts, through the issues of life. You don't just dwell and give up and say, "Oh, I didn't make it in school, so I'm cast away." So many people have been like depressed because of how they went through school. They were not able to make it. They were always asking for expo in exam, and then they feel like, no, I know if you just make it. Don't think like that. You can read a book, you can watch YouTube videos about different concepts. You can ask questions, ask people questions, attend seminars, attend workshops, ask people and say, this is what I want to achieve in life. How should I get there? The more you interact with all these people, the more you learn from all these people, the better your life will be. The more you try to think on your own, because don't want to share your answer with anybody, you don't want to ask anybody for answers. You just want to be focused, as some students do. They just want to be focused on themselves, just want to pass their own exam by themselves, not share with anybody, don't collect from anybody. If you want to live life on your own, you cannot make it. Nobody succeeds on their own. Nobody comes into life and try to succeed on their own. You don't want to share anybody your secret, you don't want to share your ideas with anybody, you don't want to collect anybody's idea, you just want to be focusing on yourself alone. You cannot make it. So whatever stage you are in life, if you're still in school or you're out of school, don't give up no matter what your results are. Keep striving. Life even rewards you for striving to be the best at whatever you're doing. But in that trying to be the best, try to understand the bigger picture. And the truth matters that when you're trying to understand bigger picture, every part cannot be very balanced. You understand? You cannot have winnings in every part. But at least it's better to get C's in all your subjects than to get A in one, F in another, F in another, F in another. You just want to get C's because you just passed through life, and the more you're able to understand different concepts and be able to speak about different concepts to different people, the better you'll be in life, and the easier it will be for you to succeed through life. So no matter your results, no matter whether you're first class, second class, third class, life doesn't care. You come into life, if you face life like somebody who understands the reality of life, face life like that, and you will succeed. If you found value from this video, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like, don't forget to share this video, and also leave on how your performance was in school. How were you doing in school? Were you in first class, were you second class, were you third class, and where are you right now? Don't forget to subscribe, and I wish you success.